Patrick McNeil joined now by Cape Breton Eagles second-year defenseman Tomas Lavoie. Thomas, as we talk, the Eagles getting ready, practice a little bit more, and then head out on their first road trip of the season. How excited do you and the guys get to get out on the road for the first time?
We feel really excited. I think it's for a lot of guys in our team, it's something new, and for us who has been traveling the last year in the queue, it's really fun. But like we have to stay focused. It's the same game, but we're just playing away.
People look at you, they know you put on some size in the off season, beefing up. What was the key to that, and how have you adjusted to your new body type?
Um, I was training this summer really on my speed, on like being more physical also, and I think it really helped me, and I'm more confident than last year, and I think we can see it on the ice.
I always ask the guys that are taller this question: do you suffer through any physical growing pains? That does happen sometime, where you're pretty lucky in that regard.
I'm pretty lucky because I don't have injury for that.
Very good. Well, we're thankful for that. Obviously, tough opening weekend for the Eagles. A couple of losses against the Moncton team you're hoping to compete with this season. Do you sense already a sense of urgency to respond strongly after what wasn't the result you were looking for to start?
Honestly, we wanted to win for sure, but I think we more focus on the result this weekend instead of playing the game. And honestly, I think we have to focus like shift after shift, compete every shift, and like I think it's going to give us a better chance. But I think next week we'll bring some compete in our games and we'll play the three period shift after shift, and it's going to help us.
Similar situation again, where you're playing the same team back to back, so you'll certainly get a feel for another division rival. Big year for you as well. You get to wear an A this year. How excited were you to find out that you were going to be wearing a letter for the Eagles, and what does that responsibility mean to you?
I think everybody can bring leadership in the room, but I think receiving a hey this year for me, it's like an accomplishment, and I'll bring young people and the new guys in the room be comfy on the room on the road if they need help for anything. I've been through that last year, so I can tell them to do this or that. Just have to help everybody and create a group that we all accountable for each other.
We talked last year about how you had a unique draft experience. The last few years prior to this year, there was no in-person draft. Did get to have a bit of a show because you were the number one pick and you were able to come to Sydney, which was great. But this year you got to see the in-person draft. You were one of the people that was volunteering with the Eagles. You helped me a lot coordinating interviews. That's much appreciated. How nice was that for you to be able to take part in a traditional draft experience and meet all the draft picks on the draft day?
I think it's something very, very special, honestly. I would like to have that, but what I had here in Cape Breton was something special too. But I think it's really something like I wanted to have. I saw when we drafted Emil Ricard, we saw like a smile on his face, walk through the stage, get the jersey, the hat on, took a picture with the team that drafted you. So I think it's something really like unique and fun to watch. Yeah.
Pretty emotional weekend for the Eagles. Obviously, Jacob Newcomb returns, and I know everybody has been behind him. And on Sunday, the team went out to the event in part of Caleb's Courage. Just tell us what that experience was like, and what have the last few days been like when you're kind of facing things outside of hockey?
Um, Honestly, we were all proud that Jake came back and do the warm up with us for both games. Honestly, it's something like we can see he's a strong person, and he wasn't scared to get on the ice with after what he gets, and that's for me. That's why he deserve a hay on his jersey too, and uh, he's part of that leadership group in the Eagles because of that, and I think. The walk we went through was honestly pretty sad to see all these kids get cancer and all that stuff. But honestly, I think it was short all and bigger to went to see Caleb's dad, and he was really happy that all the Eagles family was there and made him proud of that.
Well, that's great to hear. And certainly any inspiration those kids can be provided, because they're obviously inspiring us as well. Going back to the game of hockey, something I didn't ask about last year, but I usually like to ask the Quebec guys about this, is the big international Pee Wee tournament. I know that's a big thing for kids, and I believe you had the opportunity to play in that twice. How exciting is that event, and what was your experience like at the international Pee Wee event?
So it's really something special. It's the first time you play in front of many people in a huge rink. We played in Video Center with the where the Quebec Member played. But my first year went to finals. We lost the finals against. We were my team were representing Blainville-Boisbriand Armada. We lost against, if I remember, it was a team from Chicoutimi where they were representing Chicoutimi, the team in the Q.
Okay.
And the second year we went the tournament and we won it, and it was really something special. It's obviously the biggest Pee-wee tournament in the world. To win it was really something special.
Yeah, absolutely. Championship experience right from the get-go. Changes in Cape Breton this year. Louis Robitaille comes in. How different has that been having a new head coach behind the bench? And how do you think the players are responding to him in the early part of camp and the early part of the season?
Something great there. Honestly, everybody likes Louis. We all like the way he approach the game with us, about the videos and with us. He's really here to help us, and I think we can go really far if we execute the plan with us. If we trust him. Honestly, we can be a good team with him.
How much did it help you in the other defense this year that coming back, it was almost an entirely returning defense corps because 5 of the 7 guys played here last year, and your 2 rookies are guys who were at training camp last year and played a few affiliate games as well. How much support do you feel with all these veterans playing alongside you?
Something we have a lot of support, like you said, and think to have this in your team, it's really good thing. I will not say like if we're the best decoy in the league, but like we're really strong and we have experience, and we can use that experience later for tough game and not we're losing game. I don't know 3-2 in the third. And obviously having Bigger, Schmidt, and Shortall as 19 and 20s are probably the best guys we have in the locker room and on the ice.
Obviously, we mentioned it was a tough start for the Eagles this weekend, but not the only team that you're associated with struggling. 0-3. What's wrong with Tomas Lavoie's Minnesota Vikings right now?
I don't know. You should ask Matt. It's his team too, but yeah, I actually don't know what's going on with that team.
Well, still lots of games left in the NFL season, and of course, plenty of games left in the QMJHL.
Yeah.
Last cut, Thomas, to finish it off. You are obviously in your second season in the QMJHL. How do you feel you developed it from the beginning to the end of last year?
Can you repeat that, please, Patty?
Yeah, sure. How do you feel you developed from the beginning to the end of last season as you get into your second season in the Q?
I think I finished strong last year in the playoff. Honestly, my game I think went like that last year, and I think I have to continue going that way. And I will work every practice hard to bring some urgency in my game that I need to bring. Bring some physicality and all that stuff. So nobody's perfect, and I will work on my weakness, and we'll get better on that.
Well, certainly look forward to seeing that progression as you continue to try to make things go up. NHL draft year as well. I'm sure we'll be talking a lot about that as the year goes on. Thanks for this, Thomas. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, Patty.